Hey guys, welcome back. Today, as you guys know by the title already, we're going to be reviewing a concealer, a brand new launch from Makeup by Mario, or Mario. I always get his name wrong. This is called the Makeup by Mario SurrealSkin Awakening Concealer. I picked this up in the shade 280. We're going to be doing a full day wear test. We'll be doing some check-ins throughout the day, and then I'll give you the final thoughts at the very end. The timestamps will be down below as usual, so you guys can skip to the best parts that you guys want to view, and let's just get started. I've already gone ahead with skincare. I have this foundation by Makeup by Mario on as well. I have avoided the under eye area because we're obviously testing this out. This is what the packaging looks like. It is very similar to the glass bottle. It's the same theme, very chic, very simple, to the point. I love it. The doe foot applicator is quite thin, but it's also quite wide. It's like a paddle, so it's going to hold a little bit of product in the middle there. As I mentioned, I picked up the shade 280. Has warm undertone. Actually, it has a peach undertone. It feels creamy and slightly thicker. I think it has a dry down period as well, where it's going to dry down and not move. I'm going to apply a little bit like I normally do because I don't really go too heavy with the concealer. I just want to see how this wears. And I'm going to blend this out with the BK Beauty A506 brush. It's like a kitten paw brush, and it's my favorite brush for blending out concealers. Okay, that is really creamy and it has a lot of coverage, ton of coverage. Now for my preference, I think just the one dot in the center would have been enough to cover the entire under eye area. Do you guys see? That looks really good. I do have some fine lines here and it's not settling in just yet. I will be setting this with powder eventually, but I feel like it's done a very good job of covering it up. It feels really lightweight and thin. All right, guys, so I've had this on for about 25 minutes because I was in the middle of a phone call, just been lying like this for 25 minutes. I guess it's a good thing because now you guys can see that it has settled into my skin. It's dried down. If you guys can see that it has not started to settle into my fine lines yet. If I pull down, you guys can see my fine lines and wrinkles, which I do have, but it's not creasing. And I actually want to wipe this off on the back of my hand and show you that it's spreading around, but it's not moving as much as you would think. So I'm going to do this eye and give you some details about the actual product itself. So this concealer is a medium coverage buildable formula that conceals the dark circles. All the shades are crease proof and long wearing with a self-setting formula that locks in with a natural skin-like finish. Caffeine visibly depuffs, tightens, and smooths skin for an awakened look. All right, so this is with both eyes done. I do think that this leaves a skin-like finish. It's more of a satin matte formula, a little leaning towards the matte. And the self-setting part is true. I do feel that if you have fine lines though, you do need to set this with powder. I'm going to set this with my Hourglass Translucent Veil Powder. It's a very lightweight formula and that's what I kind of like. So I'm picking this up on my powder puff and I'm just going to rub the excess off on the cap. And then I'm going to go in and set this. This powder itself is also a very lightweight formula, so it's not going to look very heavy underneath the eyes. Ooh, and look at how smooth that looks already. Do you see that? Wow. I realized I don't have my backlights on. There we go. That's much better. All right, so this is what the under eye is looking like with the powder. The time is 9:32. I'm going to do a full day wear test, maybe like an 8-hour wear test. We'll see, 7 to 8 hours. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my face and I'll be right back. The lights are down so you guys can really see what this looks like. This is what my skin is looking like right now. I do have fine lines that are coming through and they're getting prominent as I age, but that's just normal. And if you do have lines underneath your eyes, product's going to settle in. It's going to be visible. There's just really no way to avoid it. But after I used powder, it's actually blurred the under eyes. It's made it look a lot smoother than it would normally would because again, it is a cream and it is prone to creasing. I don't believe that there's a concealer out there that exists that doesn't crease even a little bit unless you have flawless baby under eyes with absolutely no lines and texture. I do feel that this eye is creasing a little bit more. You can see the texture a little bit in here. You see that? But I also have like a huge gap here. All right, guys, so this is in daylight in front of a huge window, and this is what the concealer is looking like. I do like the shade match. I think it's spot on. I would say even the coverage is true to a medium coverage, and it is a soft satin matte finish. Hey guys, I'm back with a midday check-in. The time is now 1:40, so it's been about 4 hours. Yeah, about 4 hours since I've had the concealer on, and it still is going, guys. It's still going. It still looks like as if I freshly applied it. It hasn't produced any oils or anything yet. It's done a good job of keeping that area set and matte. I've been home, but I've been doing some stuff around the house. I just finished making some lunch, so I've been in front of like the hot stove, and it still looks pretty good. In fact, I think it looks even better than how I applied it in the morning, now that it has had some time to settle into my skin. So yeah, I'll check back in later tonight for the final check-in and give you my final thoughts. And we're back. It's been a long day. I've had this on for about 8 hours now. It is 5:35, so exactly 8 hours. As you guys can see, I'm a little oily on the T-zone. This is no touch-ups, no powdering, no blotting, nothing, but I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can actually see what's going on underneath right here. So pretty amazing. I am very, very happy with the results of this. It looks very much similar to what I had applied this morning. It's still on there, very minimal creasing. I will say it has faded slightly throughout the day, but it's not that it's come off. Like, you can still see it's there. It's still covering up the darkness, and it's actually like pretty matte over here. It's like a satin matte finish. If you have combo or oily skin, I think you guys will appreciate this concealer a lot because of the fact that it can stay matte all day. The coverage is good, and it's not going to look cakey or oily. You might have to blot maybe once or twice, maybe apply some powder. I mean, I didn't have to do anything all day and I'm completely fine, but depending upon what your sebum production is like, you may need to do a few touch-ups during the day. So I think you guys would really, really like this. Not that if you have dry skin, you can't use it. However, you might need to moisturize really, really well underneath. And also, I feel like if you are dry skin, there are other alternatives such as, you know, like hydrating concealers out there. This does come in 22 shades, so I'm sure that you would be able to find a shade for yourself. I bought mine at Sephora. I bought it for $40 Canadian, and it is about 29 USD. So yeah, that is it for me, guys. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, definitely give it a like. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.